Okay, so I'm doing a thing. I think it's called a vlog, but this is going to be like a vlog within a vlog because I've written a vlog and I'm going to tell you about myself a bit first, which is basically another vlog, and then I'm going to tell you about the thing that I wrote. I've been driving for like 2 weeks. I haven't been driving for 2 weeks, but I've been driving for the past 2 weeks. I've been thinking about writing again and how I'm going to do it and what I want to do, if I'm going to blog, if I'm going to do poems, or if I'm going to just get on and write this book that I want to write. And today was the day that I wrote something. And so I'm going to share it with you all, whoever you all are. Hi. So I'm Mel, and I'm a mum of two. One of my children, Ed, he will be 9 in 2 weeks' time, and I've got a baby girl who is 8 months old, and her name is Ray. And they're great kids. They are. I've just finished doing all the slavery things like tidying up and picking up broccoli off the floor and sweeping it away and making fruit, that kind of thing, feeding the cats. So obviously I'm on maternity leave right now. I'm at home looking after baby Ray. It's pretty cool. She's a great baby. She's such a joy to have, to be around, and I feel really lucky to have such wonderful children. I'm married as well. I've been married for 4 months now, but he's like a husband that's never home, which is fine. Though it's not, and you'll see where I'm getting with this when you hear my actual vlog. But he's got a pretty cool job. He's a deep sea diver, which not many people are, or they are, but not many people have heard of that people are. And she sends me awesome videos of like dolphins and dolphins, not dolphins. And yesterday, Sunday, whatever day was Sunday, 2 days ago, sent me a gorgeous one of like a rainbow over the sea. It was beautiful and just shows what an amazing world it is that we do live in. And you know, you forget sometimes with the hustle and bustle of real life and chores and kids and work and stress and all that actually it's such a natural, beautiful world. Cool. So yeah, I'm 29. Lots of what I've written about is all completely different things. Like, I feel like I've wanted to write children's books. I've wanted to write about like my past. I've wanted to write about erotic fiction. I will pre-warn you if I ever vlog any of that, just so we know. But the past 4 years, it's mainly been about grief. And that's just because we've had a lot of grief in our lives in the past 4 years. So that's sort of where my head has been at, quite dark and deep. But it's different now, it's more positive, and I'm looking for ways of coping with said grief, if there is ways to cope. So my vlog might be different all the time. Who knows what I'll vlog about next. Wiping up shit off the carpet that my daughter's done before she's about to put it in her mouth. That happened last week. Could happen again. Could vlog about it. Could be something for you to look forward to in the future. So, okay, it's quite nerve-wracking doing this because I'm actually speaking to myself right now on a video. So maybe it's not a vlog. Maybe a vlog is when you do it live, but this is my first time, and what if I say something wrong? So yeah, if this was a vlog, which it is, and I'm not rewinding and I'm not fast forwarding, low battery, I've closed that, then I could get rid of it and start again. But I'm not doing that. This is me. This is what I'm doing from the beginning, and it's weird. And thank you if you're still watching after 4 minutes and 17 seconds. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about is just some feelings that I've had today. I always find it helps me to write my feelings down in whatever form, whether it's poetry or just words or just a sentence, just to write it down and get it out there so it's not eating away inside anymore. It's such a beautiful thing that we can do just quickly to get something off our mind. So that's what I tend to do, and that's what I've done today. I'm very positive. I'm very happy. With all the grief, I still smile every single day. I've got so much to be happy about, and I'm really grateful, and I love my life, and it's wonderful. So this is by no way reflection of me like being a negative person. It's just for me to get my feelings out, and maybe somewhere along the way someone can identify with these feelings, and the world will feel a lot less alone when they know that there's other people out there that feel the same way but still carry on living their daily lives. So I might have like a serious voice, take a few deep breaths, and I've written it down, so I've got to look and like read it at the same time, so bear with me. When I say I've written it down, I've not. I wrote it on this phone that I'm videoing off, and then I sent it to my son's iPad so that I could then read it to you guys. I used to write with pen and paper all the time, obviously, because that's all we had. But then like your hands really start to ache, and you get into the end and you can't actually read the writing at the end, and you forget what you've said. So this way it stores it all, and you can keep going back to it, and you can sort of look back and reflect on how you felt at that time, and you see how far you've come, or if you've taken a step back. And I'll often look at writing from a few years ago and think, wow, was that me? Was that how I was feeling? And it's a really good way of reflecting and seeing where you are now, and you know, if you've progressed, if you've dealt with things differently, and or if you know you want to write more about that time, and you can just keep going back to it and you've got it all there. And yeah, so here it goes. Feel a bit sick. Right, I'll try and be engaging. So 4 years ago, if anyone told me I'd be able to feel this happy again, I wouldn't have believed them, but I do. I am so wonderfully happy, and yet today I feel like my heart is drowning. I have the urge to run away, but the truth is, you can't run away from grief. I tried for 2 years, and it just outran me at every single corner. The sooner that you accept that grief is your new shadow, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days a year, the easier it is to walk alongside it. It doesn't disappear with time. It doesn't end. Just some days you have a different light, so it doesn't seem scary. So you find yourself playing together, dancing in the memories of the past. Your other days, it's so black and harrowing, you try to walk around with your eyes closed just to be able to see. Today, I'm missing my husband a lot, and these are the days I hadn't prepared for my dad not to be around. It's almost like a double whammy, but one whammy is so much more whammy than the other one, that you know one will return, and the other one you know never can. Both of their arms have been and are my comfort. They're my safe place, my home, and yet the two of them were never able to meet one another, although incredibly they still share this bond through space and time, love and mercy through life and death. Maybe that's how I knew he was the one, when our eyes met, because he instantly filled me with a comfort I'd only ever felt from my dad before. Don't get me wrong, it was a different kind, but it still warmed my heart the same way. It still fills my soul like a waterfall, but equally, the emptiness without them both drains me like a plug being pulled from the ocean. How the universe still loves me by giving me 2 more heartbeats to keep mine beating. I am overwhelmed with emotions of love and grief, the angels and the devils in the playground of my soul. To my husband, I miss you. To my dear daddy in heaven, I miss you more. Okay, so I don't know if you all followed that. But yeah, that's how I was feeling today, and I feel so much better now for not only writing that down but saying it to my phone. And whether I send this or post this to anybody else, it's just really made me feel better and have those feelings out. And just a bit of relief really, especially if my husband's away and I'm at home with the kids and I can't really sit down and tell my son all this, you know, it's a bit deep. But I got it out there, and sometimes that's all we need to do, whether anyone's listening or not. It's there, it's in the open, and I feel better. So maybe people can relate. Just put it out there. Put your feelings out there. So many people keep their feelings in, and you're not supposed to talk about feelings anymore, and you know, it doesn't help. Just forget about them when, you know, they eat away inside, and the only way to feel free is to just let them out. So let them out. Do it. Let those feelings out. Okay, guys. Thanks.